Okay, so this is my Gmail account. I'm going to go through the few quick things. I'm trying to keep this video nice and fast. Um, so all you need to do really is download the plugin Streak CRM, Streak EAK CRM. Go in there, download it. It'll get you to install the Chrome plugin. It works as well for Apple, but we're going to use it on Chrome for now. There it is. It installs it. You sign up, sign in, and you're ready to rock and roll. When you sign up to an account, you'll have a team. You can call your team name anything you want. The different settings, which are the standard Gmail settings, it does have integrations with things like Zapier, Facebook, um, phone. There's lots of different things. I'll go through the pricing afterwards. Updates are quite regular. So, how does Streak actually work? Well, you've got all these different pipelines that you can actually manage. For example, I run a community for entrepreneurs. I have 350 in this pipeline alone, and I have them in how many investors, projects, sellers, maybe marketers, certain prospects that I'm working with at the moment. So again, you'll see this looks rather familiar. We're looking at just a straight up spreadsheet type of scale, and we're going to separate them into different statuses, which we can see right here. And then, of course, from those statuses, I can also have different things, their name, for example, the contacts, organization, email, phone number, stages, the usual things that you're all familiar with if you're just using a spreadsheet. You create these yourself. If I want to add another one, I can just insert a new column, a free text, or it's a date. Perhaps it's a checkbox or a drop down. So there's particular options that I can assign, a tag. It has plenty of formulas if you want to go for the financials. Then there's this thing called Magic. They've changed this in the last little while, so I'm not overly familiar with the differences, but different things like the last update date, how fresh a lead is, the file count. There's one specifically tasks, when the last task was or what's overdue. I use this quite a lot. The amount of calls, when the last call was, related items. These are all sort of my different boxes. I can have them what's in relation to what. Are they on multiple pipes? The summary is the one I use a lot, where I can literally see in one go, you see it right here, how many emails I've sent to each contact, how many attachments, if they've opened my email or not, how many phone calls. I don't use the phone call integration, but it's there. Um, I'm going to show you what this all looks like. So you have, well, boxes. It used to be boxes. Now they've changed it for this. It used to be a picture of this box, but let's go into Nathan, for example. So we go into Nathan. Here's who Nathan is. This is the email. I can go straight to the emails if there's a lot of emails. And all those little boxes I just showed you, the name, email, company, phone, lead type. Who is he? What type is he? Location. Where is he based? What is the sales proposition for Nathan? I can put notes, which are separate to comments. Comments, of course, just go in one after the other. And then a note could be something specific. Perhaps I want to do an export on that. After I've sent Nathan, um, I've communicated with Nathan, I can add the different emails and domains to this contact, the contact's organization, and that way every time Streak knows that it should be part of this, and it gives me a little prompt. Now there's a pro version, free version, which have different options. On the free version, it gives you a prompt. On the pro version, it'll do it automatically. Here's the magic columns, as I told you before. These are the ones I use. This is not very fresh. I haven't contacted them in the last 2 weeks, of course. Then date of last email, December 18th. We're now December 29th. Last email came from me, not a very active contact. You can link different boxes together. Maybe I have 3 contacts who are all should be connected, and I can create filters, such as if an email comes from this guy, it goes into here, and so forth. That is sort of a quick overview, and you can see what I mean with the stages. I just knock him in wherever I want. He's currently an active prospect, but truthfully, he's not really that active, so I'm just going to put him back into projects. Doesn't really excite me, the proposition that he's talking about. It's all built into my Gmail. You'll notice I never actually leave my Gmail. I can move the box to a different pipeline if I want in one click. I can delete the box and 5 out of 189. So if I want to do just a quick campaign, one after the other, I can create follow-ups. These are just tasks. So really an awful lot of things. I can do it manually as well. Call Nathan, just call. Simple as that. I click on this and I'm going to say 2 weeks. 2 weeks at, I don't know, 4 p.m. Simple, done. So many different options that can be done, and you see it's right there, but of course I don't care, so I'm going to, I have my 1 month follow-up task. I don't want to confuse myself. This is how easy it is to work with any of these people. I actually, sorry, swapped to a new person, and as you can see, I have the emails, all the information, the comments. I didn't put comments with him. Everything is at my disposal, super easy to work. So how do I add these people? There's a few different ways of doing it. One is I can just go into the actual pipe. So this is the pipe, and I click anywhere here that I want, and I just go to add, and boom, it lets me add new person. And after I've added them, I'm going to click on here. It's nice and fresh, and I can put in all my information for the new person. I can also change information here. So one person, anything I want, I can add a comment. Hello, nice, lovely spelling. All the emails I ever send will go from here. If I wanted to add a contact, let's say just add myself. I have a lot of emails. Okay, I'll add hello. Who's coming in at hello? Here's someone for hello. Okay, bang. Um, and then if ever I want to send him an email, I can send it from here, schedule an event. I can start a call from within here, Hangouts, or just create a native, start even a video call, anything I actually want to do. I will, however, remove the contact because it's not relevant. This is basic. And of course, I can assign this guy, let's say he's a service, for example. So if he's a service, he's probably going to be a service here as well, the location. And then I can search and find this contact anytime I want. So we all live in busy, busy lives. For personal use, I think this is utterly incredible that you can keep track and store all your contacts. And then, of course, we have more beautiful features, such as if I click on, let's say, all my active prospects and I want to send them all a lovely email, boom. Now, very, very simple. And first name, any information actually I have here, anything at all, I can use that as data to send. So hello, whatever, first name, insert variable, name, given name. There's one error, and basically what that is telling me, if I go over to have a look, how do I do this again? And I forgot. The screen when it's about to go, see list, there it is. I see one person has an error, so I can give him a name now. The point is it will tell me if I'm going to send off to 200, there's 10 people, they don't have first names or they don't have sales propositions. Perhaps I want to send an email. I remember we discussed insert sales proposition. Anything I want, like it's super incredible. This is the free version. I haven't gotten to the pro version features yet. There's also features, it can be used for here or even sending emails normally. I just create my different snippets, click it in, boom, it's ready to rock and roll, send, and then that's gone to anyone and everyone I want to. I can import and export. This goes standard Excel format, so there's no point if you're from Excel, you just set up your streak pipeline the way you want it, import everybody in one go, and that's it, it's done. And I can set multiple people follow-ups if that's what I want to do. Like, it really is pretty incredible what you can do for free version product. They have different filters. The filters, if I want to create based on, I don't know, let's just say stage. I want to check out my stage, any of investors, apply, and it'll give me now the opportunity to create some sort of a report based on these. It doesn't save on the free version, but I can do my pipeline visualization. So I have one. I'm not giving you guys my list of investors. I specifically got rid of this before I created my video. Tough luck. Um, the news feed. If you are working with other people, you need the full version. But if I'm just working with myself, I can see everything that I've done just in a list. Anytime I do anything, it gets saved here. Okay, so that's how that works. Let's say I want to add to a pipeline. Email comes in. Super, super simple. I'm going to either add it to one of these, one click, boom, me and Ro, Bo, you're in. That's it. I've just added you. Now this email thread is automatically added to the box. Where did you just go? I'm going to remove that from the box because how to create add email to a box. Some are currently being synced. Okay, I just did something wrong that I shouldn't have done. Let's let this load up again. Usually quicker than playing the waiting game. I'll go through what all of these are now in a minute. I pressed a button, don't know what button, but I'm going to save this as Keith. I'll save it as me. New box name. I'm going to stick it in my personal folder here. Now I go into you. I can assign my information. Let's just say you are part of my self-development. I take a lot of courses and training. Add the contact as we just showed. And I can add any fields that I want. Customer magic. All of a sudden, you know what? Not sure about this. Let's actually stick it with the other. Let's go into the box here, and you know what? Let's just move it into the community pipe. Done. Now you're in the community pipe straight into intake because that's how I have it set. And let's say I'm going to be a seller, for example, and I set my status. I'm going to say I'm active. I am a, where's my seller? Where's my seller? Oh, I'll be a startupist, no problem at all the information right there, real simple. And I'm going to delete the box now because I have no need for it. So you can see it's really easy. This is my email. The email's still here. The email doesn't get deleted. Remove from boxes, remove from boxes. We're done with that. So that's how you work with the boxes. I know I'm going through this pretty fast. I have this for my personal emails, my community contacts that I work with. I work with hundreds of entrepreneurs. All of these are my different pipelines. When I take on a project, I just create another pipeline. Dylan, he won't mind me showing this. How many have we got? Not a lot. Marketplace up. Yeah, this was a little bit more active. Okay, so these are. I forget this campaign. This was a while ago. Closed invoices, closed invoice. I remove these because I use QuickBooks and I take them straight out of there. So everything that was in. These are the bookings from this. You know something? I haven't really worked this in a while, so I can't remember for the life of me what this is all about. But the point is it's just I have my leads with that info, follow up, booked. It's a standard sales funnel. I'm just throwing them all the way down. As I said, once I get to here, I move them to another one so I can actually work them. Where they are region, I use regions a lot, so I know my time zones. And again, these are all Amazon stores, different websites, whatever information I needed. Who else have I got? This was a not a CRM, sorry. This was e-commerce management for jewelry sellers, people who sell jewelry. And again, I'm not going to give away too much information, but these were just some deals. I don't even know what half of these were. This was O leads I was working through. This should be a lot. Yeah, I was working on them quite a bit. This was, I think, a small one. There should only be about 10. There's 20 in here. Okay, so I have 20 leads. One was a lead, 8 leads with that info, 7 follow-up. I booked 1, 3 weren't interested. And again, I always take out my players. So I can keep track of all of this. And let's say I'm doing this, follow-up required. Click on here and boom, just go in, call them one by one, work them. We just go in. I usually keep all my information here. This is Russ. Here's his phone number. I can dial it from within, and I'm ready to rock and roll. We're still on the free version. so I can keep track of absolutely everybody. And it's just built in within Gmail. So like this is just insane how similar it is to just bringing together the emails and spreadsheets. If you're a spreadsheet user, this is definitely the product you want to use. Now, we could be talking about Pipedrive or other CRMs. HubSpot, I know, have a free version. Salesforce, most of us use Salesforce and other things like that. If you are a freelancer, I'm going to look back at the camera. If you're a freelancer, if you're in property, if you're sort of like one man show, this kind of stuff, I'd highly recommend this program. The pro version, you get a free 2 week trial. I don't recommend using the 2 week trial until you've actually set yourself up for at least 1 month. So you've got used to the features, then you can get the real benefits. There's two real big benefits. Three real big benefits from the full version. Number one, integrations. You can integrate with, what are the integrations? Let's have a look. Um, I mean, truthfully, I think Zapier, a lot of this stuff you can actually get on the free version. It says you can't, but I know you can because I've used them. The Facebook specifically is good to go. Not all of them are good to go. APIs, the sheets. Basically, you can get away with some integrations, but other ones you need the full version for. So it all depends on what your needs. Like QuickBooks, something like that, you have to have the full version. Reports, this is a bit of a pain, but you can get away with it. The reports, as I showed before, you need a full license, the full version to get the reports. So yeah, if you have the full version, you can get some of the integrations aren't available. I don't really think it's that big a deal, to be honest. The reports. You cannot get reports on the free version. You have to have the full version, which I guess makes perfect sense. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it really is okay because look, at the end of the day, how important are your reports? You can do them manually just by looking at what you have here. Okay, I have one person on my team sharing. This is the big pain in the ass. You cannot share with people without getting a full account. And it starts off at $60 per month. I think if you're paying annually, it's $50 or 49 as they like to call it. It's $50 and it's overpriced because if you're looking at a lot of the other CRMs, it's a lot cheaper. This is my big issue with going to the higher price. If this was, for example, $60 and I can share my pipelines with my clients, even if it's an extra $5, $10 a month to share it with my pipeline, I'd use it in a split second. The reality is they don't do that. I could have about around 10 different clients at any point. Multiply that by 60 a pop. I'm not doing it. Is the quick answer. And I think if you're in, sort of real estate or freelance sales, something like that, 60 is definitely worth it. There's no problem. But if you're to compare it against other things on the market, it sucks, but it's true. It's overpriced because $30 a month is really what you should be paying. A lot of other providers they do a lot more. What I like about Streak is it does less. It's simple. Simple is good. Simple saves time. Simple saves money. I just think they got their pricing wrong. Highly recommend it as the free version, but from a business perspective, what the hell, guys? Who are you marketing this to? I don't know. I use Streak every single day. Absolutely love it. I'd love to preach how amazing it is. And I think for anyone, as I've just said, if you're using spreadsheets and stuff, move straight over to Streak. 100% highly recommended, not going to cost you anything. What is our big limitation? You're going to be using the free version until you're ready to move on to a proper CRM. Wonderful, wonderful tool. I'm just so sorry to the guys at Streak. I can't recommend paying for it. They got their model. As far as I'm concerned, it ain't worth it. But I've been using it for years. I'm going to continue to use it. And if they suddenly made me pay $10, $20 for what I'm using, I would pay it in a second. If there's any comments, questions, anything below, leave it down in the comments. I'll get back to it. And hopefully this quick thing has shed a little bit of light on Streak. Stop recording.